West Coast, though. All my homies hate the West Coast. All right. Things that were unpredictable. Now, if you're watching the video segment of this that I upload after the show, you'll know just by reading the title what I'm talking about. For those of you that are watching the live stream, though, could you possibly have ever predicted what is about to pop on the screen? In your wildest dreams, in your most bizarre fantasies, would you have ever been able to predict something like this? Like, it's not like we had a very similar situation last year. No way! It's not like all the signs are pointing to it being worse this year. No! That's right, folks. Schools grapple with thousands in isolation or quarantine as Delta variant rages. What? Like, can someone tell me what the fuck is going on in this fucking country? Can someone please let me know what the fuck? Many schools that plan to forego virtual and hybrid learning this year in favor of in-person classes are revisiting those plans as outbreaks require students to quarantine. What about all of these Christian right-wing fundamentalists who every day in June during Pride Month are like, oh, don't let gay people around my kids. Think of the children. Think of the children. The people that advocate for TV censorship. Oh, someone wrote a song about her wet pussy. Think of the children. Where did all of them go? Those same people are now advocating to sacrifice not only their kids, but thousands and thousands and thousands of kids to the cult, the gods of capitalism. There's no reason why you have to send children to school in a pandemic. You're killing them. A lot of kids are not able to be vaccinated because they're so young. We are killing our children as a society. Joe Biden did the same thing Donald Trump did and decided we need daycare for millions of workers. So if we kill a couple thousand kids and give a couple tens of thousands of kids long-term illnesses for the rest of their lives, whatever. At least I can go to Wendy's and get my chicken nuggies. The cult of capitalism in this country is murdering children. This is a serial massacre, folks. Schools that have opened their doors to students amid the spread of a highly contagious Delta variant of the coronavirus are already grappling with how best to continue teaching students when hundreds and sometimes thousands of them are in quarantine. As cases of COVID-19 were starting to wane over the spring and the early summer, many schools plan to forego virtual and hybrid learning this year in favor of in-person classes. But the lag in vaccination rates and the rapid spread of the Delta variant has led districts to revisit those plans with varying results. We knew all of this. We knew all of this in April of 2020. In March of 2020. That's why we stopped in-person schooling in March and April of 2020. So tell me what changed since then? Why did we shut down schools in March and April of 2020? Well, the answer was because we wanted to stop the spread and we could opt for remote learning. But what also has changed? Well, the virus has gotten worse and children are unable to be vaccinated. So for children, kids under 12, the only thing that's changed between February of 2020 and September of 2021 is that the virus is more contagious. That's the only difference. We stopped in-person schooling for a less contagious virus. And now, as the virus is more dangerous, more contagious, we're sending them back? Some schools have sent students home with packets of self-guided work to submit at the end of each day or when on-campus classes resume. Others have temporarily switched to virtual learning. Is this 1812? Is this 1479? We have the internet. We have the USPS. We have printers. Why the fuck are kids going to school? Oh, I don't have a computer. All right, free computer. Billionaires have made billions of dollars, trillions of dollars since March of 2020. They can pay for a few goddamn computers and a few goddamn printers. In Mississippi, officials last month said that more than 20,000 students were in quarantine from exposure to the coronavirus after the first week of school. Did these people did they actually think? Did they actually think? Well, maybe we'll get lucky. That's like eating nothing but ice cream and candy and then being surprised that you gain weight. That's like, walking while it's raining and then being surprised that you got wet. That's like unzipping your coat in the middle of winter and being surprised that it's cold. That's like smoking a blunt and getting surprised that, whoa, I'm high now, bro. Whoa. Didn't expect that to happen. This is purposeful genocide. This is genocide. I'm telling you, this is genocide. The kids that don't die from coronavirus, a lot of them are going to have lifelong debilitating illness. Lifelong debilitating illness. In 60 years from now, we're going to read stories about someone that got coronavirus when they were 11 years old. And how they're on their deathbed and they never fully recovered. Lifelong debilitating illness so that they can send their parents to go work at Wendy's. Why don't we have at-home food delivery? Think about it. What does essential worker mean? Remember that term that was popularized last year? As they gave everyone pay cuts and fired everyone and tried to strip them of their unemployment benefits for arbitrary reasons. Yeah, essential worker. I've got news for you. Working at Wendy's, not essential. Working at the grocery store, not essential. Working at a mechanic shop, not essential. What does the word essential mean? The USPS, that's essential. Why do you need to go to the grocery store? To get food? When we have access to the internet. And we have an apparatus that can deliver food to your home? You don't need to go to the grocery store and endanger people. And spew droplets on produce. It's not essential. You know what else isn't essential? In-person schooling. What are all these essential worker categories? Well, those are the categories that the capitalists deemed, we can kill those people. Wendy's workers, whatever, we'll get another Wendy's worker. Someone else will work at Burger King. When half our staff at McDonald's dies, we'll just hire some people off the street that lost their homes in the pandemic. It's all good. I don't even want to read this. It's all so stupid. Like, these people are acting like they're surprised. We know things are difficult for everyone involved, and we thank you for your support and patience during this unprecedented time. Who would have possibly predicted? That's like having an outdoor concert during a hurricane. Oh, a hurricane's coming through. Let's do a giant outdoor concert. And then being surprised when it floods, and then 12,000 people are trapped, and then 600 people die from drowning, and then who would have thought? We knew the hurricane was coming. It was pretty windy when the concert started. Who would have thought? We thought, maybe we'll get lucky. It's unprecedented. What do you mean? No, it's precedented. We dealt with this in March of 2020. We locked down the schools for a less contagious virus. Your kids are dead. They're dying. They're going to have lifelong debilitating illness. And guess what? If you don't send them to school, a truant officer is going to break your fucking door down. Child Protective Services is going to steal your child. You want to keep your kids safe? The government's going to steal them from you. The government is forcing parents to kill their children so that they can go work at fucking Ruby Tuesdays in the middle of a fucking pandemic? Imagine. All of this is so unnecessary. "52 confirmed cases and 980 students were isolated or quarantined." Why are we still doing this? Why is the United States government still in effect? What are we doing here, folks? The world is ending, and we're still going to work. We're still going to school. We're still going to restaurants. What are we doing? The world is ending, and armed gangsters are stealing people and children out of their homes and throwing them on the street. This is the beat that I've been on yesterday. If you watch my video from yesterday, this was all preventable. If some jackass sitting in her bedroom can predict all of this with 100% accuracy, you're telling me the CDC couldn't? You're telling me Joe Biden couldn't? You're telling me all of Congress couldn't? You're telling me Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk couldn't figure this out? Bill Gates had no idea this would happen? This was all on purpose. They're killing you and your children on purpose. They want more money. That's what all this is about. They couldn't take a couple months off of profits. If we would have just had a few months of a lockdown in February of 2020, we'd have been good. But the billionaire class couldn't handle that. A couple months of reduced profit. And here we are, almost 2 years later. Our kids are dying. Our parents are already dead. Our friends are dying or dead. Teachers are dying. We could have been in an economic boom. 3 months of lockdown, end the virus. The government bails out the corporations, whatever. Gives everyone $5,000 monthly stimulus until the end of the year. Everyone's rocking in money. We're buying all this stupid shit. The roaring 20s are back. But instead we have this. There are like 20 states where there are no ICU beds available in the whole state. Not just in one specific hospital, but every hospital in the state. The pandemic has been around for nearly 2 years. Why didn't we expand hospitals? Why didn't we expand access to ICUs? We just pretended nothing would happen. The whole time. We knew exactly what would happen. And the rich were like, eh. I don't even know. We're all doomed, folks. Like, I just want y'all to understand. I don't even know.